Yes! We don't know her over here. Hey you guys, welcome back to Kriss Beauty. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christina. Some of you call me Kriss, others Tina. Whatever you prefer, girl, that is fine with me. You guys, I'm over the moon. I'm overjoyed right now. I'm so freaking excited. First of all, this week was a great week. Let's start there. Hello, how you doing? How you feeling this week? But I'm extra excited today because we are trying a brand new foundation from Huda Beauty. We gotta get into it because first of all, I ordered this foundation on a Monday and it came in on a Thursday. Yes! Oh my god, that is amazing. Shipping times was amazing, so I'm already excited. But we have here the new Huda Beauty Faux Filter Luminous Matte Foundation. Now I know matte, we don't know her over here, I know, but she literally just came out with this foundation and I was really excited because when I seen it on their Instagram, like for the very first time, one of the very first things that they pointed out was that they listened to everybody's feedback. Now, one of the first things that they pointed out was that they listened to everybody's feedback when the original Faux Filter foundation came out. If you don't know, Huda Beauty, first of all, Huda Beauty is pretty bomb right now. They are booming, but they came out with a Faux Filter matte 24-hour transfer proof crazy wearing foundation like a couple years back, and I was like really excited about getting it, but then I realized that it was an all matte foundation. I've watched a few reviews on that and it's just it's a very waterproof matte foundation unlike no other. So of course I skipped out on that one and I did not try it because listen, we don't do matte over here. We do dewy hydration, eczema friendly makeup here. So I did not get to try that and I was really bummed about it because I was like, damn, like I wish they had a hydrating foundation. I believe they did come out with like some foundation sticks, things like that. I'm not a fan of that, but when I seen this on their Instagram that they listened to the feedback of everybody and they decided to make a luminous matte, I had to try it. So this product was launched on January 25th and I ordered it through their website hudabeauty.com. I'm gonna go over all the details with you guys, but we're reviewing this foundation today. So if you are not already subscribed to Kriss Beauty, baby, come here. Come here, give me a hug, let's embrace each other. Turn on your bell notifications, subscribe to Kriss Beauty, and let's get started. All right, you guys, so we gotta get into the details about this. I'm like so freaking excited. I love foundation so much and I'm really excited about this one because I went over on their website, I read up on everything, what this whole foundation is about. So we're gonna go over that, we're gonna go over price points, so on and so forth. This is the Faux Filter Luminous Matte Foundation. It is $40 on the hudabeauty.com website. $40 is a little steep, but I used Afterpay. This is not sponsored, but Afterpay, baby, I love you, you love me. Afterpay and Klarna, guys, use it. So I got the chance to pay in increments with Afterpay. So the Faux Filter Luminous Matte Foundation is supposed to be a play on the original Faux Filter foundation that came out, I believe, I want to say 2016, but I could be wrong. But anyways, it's supposed to be a more, I guess, hydrating foundation. So on their website, it says it's new and improved. The Faux Filter is back with the same full coverage and long-lasting properties you know and love from the OG formula, but with 24-hour flexible wear, a luminous matte finish, and it's fragrance-free. That is like, that's exciting, okay? Because a lot of the times when we dive into hydrating foundations, we have to compromise it being like either full coverage, it's definitely going to transfer, it's definitely going to be like super dewy and sometimes a little bit too wet. So I'm like, this is a lot of claims, but it's supposed to blur the skin to give a radiant finish. It is non-cakey, we'll see about that. Non-cakey, life-proof, waterproof, super long wear, 24-hour, transfer-proof, fade-proof, sweat-proof, and humidity-proof. Now, I live in Florida, so I'm gonna have to give you guys some updates on my TikTok and on my Instagram as to how that holds up, because that's a lot of claims, but we're gonna put it to the test. I'm not gonna do like a wear test or anything like that, but I am gonna, you know, give you guys, you know, all the tea, how it applies and all that good stuff. Formula is liquid, the coverage is full, and the finish is supposed to be matte yet luminous. So that's a lot of claims, you guys. It is $40. That's already, you know, pretty steep price. I am like balling on a budget at all times, so $40 is a lot. I picked out the shade Macaroon 230N. And by the way, they have like a good variety of shades. Could it be 100 times better? Yes, because they have like 50 shades of, like, from what I'm seeing, it seems like, you know, a good amount of shades of like tan. So can the deeper shades be expanded? 100%. It does say that it came back with 9 new shades, which is pretty nice. So I mean, they're definitely working on expanding their shade range, it seems. So that's all we can ask for, is that they try and, you know, that they improve as we go. So let's see, I'm just going over everything. It is vegan. It's definitely a vegan formula. I'm looking at everything for you guys. And it says for a true filter effect, use 1 to 2 pumps when you apply the foundation. Again, I got the shade Macaroon 230N, which is supposed to be for light skin with golden neutral undertones. I'm scared, but we're gonna open her up. This is what the carton looks like. It has a really nice embossed like logo on it. I'm just excited. I have not opened this. I have not swatched this. I have not watched any reviews on this, so I'm like super excited, you guys. Okay, so this is what it is looking like. It has like that ombre effect, which I believe the first full filter foundation looks like this as well. So they seem to keep it very cohesive. It has a pump. Super excited. Okay, so I have you guys zoomed down in, which by the way, you guys, I am moisturized. Like I said, I am more on the dry side, so I don't play when it comes to my skincare. I do not play when it comes to moisturizing. I decided to use something a little bit heavier with some aloe vera. Everything that I use on and off of camera, by the way, would be linked down in the description box. So I am moisturized. We're gonna get into priming and all that stuff, but I do want to pump this out. It's taking a second. Ooh, she seems thickums. No fragrance. Let's see. She is definitely thickums. She's thickums but not spackle. First of all, I mean, this shade, it's a little pink, but to be honest with you, I think I can make this work. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna keep this on the back of my hand because this is a pretty expensive foundation, so we're not wasting any product here. But she's definitely fragrance free, which is great because I have eczema, so anything that has fragrance, any like coconut scent, anything like that, it really like makes my eczema really bad. And if you don't notice, I'm already like breaking out on my chest. You know, we're having fun over here, just eczema city. Let's see how she goes. We're gonna start off with priming the face. You guys, if you didn't watch my last video where I recreated Kim K's David Letterman look by following her makeup artist Ash K Home, please go and watch it, because ever since that, I haven't changed up my routine too much, but I have definitely gotten some tips and pointers, which I think has been immaculate on the skin. So I'm going to start off with my Luminous Putty Primer from e.l.f. and I'm going to be using that with the Eco Tools Bronze brush. We don't apply primer with our fingers anymore. We have to treat the skin like a, you know, not a vessel. I don't know, but we have to treat the skin with a little bit extra TLC, especially nowadays. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some of this primer. I always start with like a luminous or like a hydrating primer. Always, always, always. Oh, and by the way, you guys, happy February. Like, I am oh my god, February is my favorite month, obviously, because it is my birthday month, and I'm just like really excited because I have a lot of plans, not necessarily for my birthday, but just for this month, you know, like new goals, new everything, you know, workout wise, and like just trying to get like my life together. Every single month I treat as if it's a brand new challenge to, like, I don't know, like figure out what I want to do. And I like to make like brand new plans and, you know, just like really just get myself excited for the month, you know, get new goals. And of course, for my birthday, I'm going to, first of all, I don't know what exactly I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna make sure I have a really good birthday. I'm gonna start getting into like some wigs and things like that. I really think I'm gonna rock a wig this year for my birthday, just FYI. So I have to really start doing my research, and I'm excited. Valentine's Day is coming up. I'm just like super excited. All right, you guys, so the face is nice and primed. I'm just gonna take this cucumber water from Wet n Wild. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Cucumber Primer Water Spray. I just like to take a little bit of that for some extra hydration. Now it says that this foundation is a luminous matte. I don't know how matte still, like that's still just the word matte makes me run the other way. Like, because when I was first getting into makeup, like I didn't know what my skin type was, and sometimes I would, you know, gear towards matte makeup and it scared the hell out of me. So once I figured out my skin type and like what works for me, I stay far away from anything that just doesn't work. So I don't know how matte that's gonna be, but regardless of the fact, I am going to start with cream contour. I always do that. I want to make sure that I'm keeping my routine exactly how it is, because I don't want to like, I just don't want to change it up, because I want to see how this wears with my normal routine. So I'm going to start off with using the Juvia's Place foundation sticks. These foundation sticks are bomb.com. I use these shades NAMIBIA and MOZAMBIQUE. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but basically I cream contour with these shades, and they are super rich, super creamy, super like hydrating. I love them. So I'm gonna start off with the shade Mozambique, which is more of like that golden tone. And of course, we're starting off with the face. We always start off with the face. Sometimes we start off with the eyes, but especially for today, we're gonna go straight into the face. Okay, so I'm going in with the AOA Studio E126 brush. And I don't know what look I'm gonna do today, but I'm just gonna start by cream contouring the face. This is like a really nice like bronzy shade, and I like to just go into the hairline. Okay, and I'm gonna definitely get that jawline. I'm gonna have to put her up here. I know that looks scary, but she's just in the way. I have to go behind the ear and down the neck. I definitely already see the foundation like drying up a little bit on the back of my hand, but like it's not too crazy, so I'm not too scared yet. Okay, and then now I'm gonna take the shade NAMIBIA, which is of course that darker, more rich shade. I'm just gonna hit those points a little bit, not too much, because this is a very like full coverage, full everything foundation. So alright you guys, so at this point I am going to take my ColourPop F15 brush, and I'm just going to diffuse this cream contour. Okay, don't forget to hit like your ear. You want to make sure that things are definitely like blending well. I don't know how many times I made the mistake of like leaving this alone or not blending it to filth, and then you can tell, darling. So just blend this down and around. Alright y'all, so I have the cream contour all blended out. My earrings are still up, don't mind her. So I'm going to take the same brush, and I'm going to take whatever foundation. Oh, you know what? No. Oh my god, it is sticky as hell. It is sticky as hell on the back of my hand. I'm not going to take that. It's sticky and very, I mean, of course, the more that you let it sit, the more full coverage it becomes. Duh. Let me just go ahead and take just a brand new pump just to be on the safe side, because I don't want to jeopardize it, and you know, no. So we're gonna take a brand new pump. I'm just dusting off this foundation brush, and I'm gonna take one full pump. I want to see how this is. I'm going to just place this color is great. This color is great. It's not too like tan, which is what I tend to do on purpose on accident, and it's not too light. I think it's great. Oh yes, 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 yes. Just blending her out. I tend to go right around my contour spots first, and then right over it. So I'm just blending this out. I guess what really determines how well it is the fact that it's able to cover up the redness here, and how it affects like the nose area, because my nose is the first thing to either break apart or look cakey. So we will see. So far there's no redness peeking through like at all, but I don't want to jump the gun here. I will say that it is looking just a little bit dry. Yeah, I'm noticing some dryness so far, and it hasn't even like, we haven't even dried down like at all. We haven't set. So there's that. but I will say it does cover up like a lot, especially like under the eyes. Okay, so I definitely see some redness peeking through. Now, this does say that you can use 1 to 2 pumps, so I'm gonna use like half of a pump just because I like a little bit more of like a full coverage effect. And I always like tend to need like a little bit more coverage on this side for some reason. It soaks up a lot more product, so I'm not sure. That's like a normal thing, so I'm not too worried, honestly. What I am gonna do is just reinforce this like cream contour back into the face. Alright, you guys, so I'm just gonna take a damp sponge and I'm just going to press this into the skin a little bit. This has no product on it, but I like to do this step, especially if I'm using like a brush first. Alright, y'all, so I went ahead and went over my face. I would say that it 100% like looks more seamless once I went over my face with the sponge. I do notice like very little like dryness. I would say that this is more of a, I don't know if I would say that this is a full coverage just yet. I do see like some redness peeking through my face. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but there is little redness peeking through, which is pretty normal for me like in general, so it's not like a horrible thing, but I'm just hoping that when I set and when I apply like other products on top, it doesn't like completely dry up here, because it's already looking a little bit, just a little bit drying, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see, what I tend to do like throughout the process like a lot is like add some hydrating like as we go. So I'm gonna apply this cucumber water like again just to add a little bit more of that like hydration. Okay, so at this point I am gonna go in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is in the shade Light Beige, and I'm just gonna apply this in the areas that I usually apply. So I'm taking my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush and I'm just going to like blend some of this out. By the way, this is a technique that I picked up in my last tutorial. So again, if you haven't watched the Kim K tutorial, please do, because even if like you feel like you are set in within your ways of setting your makeup and like doing your makeup, my god, the techniques that she shares, a little bit life-changing. I'm gonna use this to blend this out. So you guys, going back to my birthday situation, I have to say that every single year my birthday is a little bit stressful because I'm a serious control freak. And I know that may be hard to like believe, but I am like, I don't know, like I just, especially when it comes to my birthday, I think that as the years have gone by, I have definitely, I don't want to say I've had higher standards, but I kind of have, because I want to make sure that like my birthday is like the day that I'm taking care of myself 110%. So I don't know, I just feel like I'm constantly trying to be in control of that particular day. I don't know, so I don't have any particular plans for my birthday, especially because of like everything that's going on. I guess I'm just trying to like control the things that I can. I'm trying to make it fun. I'm not trying to make this year like miserable for me, you know, like trying to control where we go and how we, you know, where we go to eat and this and that. I'm trying to really say, okay, let me take a back seat, you know, let a couple other people take a little bit more control, which is really hard for me. But yeah, so I have been like researching wigs on Amazon. You guys know that I love finding like super affordable things. So you guys, if you have any Amazon wig recommendations, please drop it down below. If you have any tutorials that would like really help, let me know. Of course, I'm gonna try is the key word. I'm gonna make sure that I try to film like my experience with wigs here on YouTube, but if that fails for some reason, I'm definitely going to film for it on TikTok. So make sure you follow me on TikTok so you don't miss out on that. But yeah, I made that actually, that was actually one of my New Year's like resolutions, and I know that that sounds like weird and like, you know, a really weird resolution to get into wigs, but like I have always been a very creative person, and I've definitely like been creative when it comes to my hair. I'm just surprised I haven't gotten into wigs like sooner. That's definitely one of my New Year's resolutions, is to just be a little bit more creative. I don't know, do things that I really enjoy. So I'm gonna start off with wigs, and I really don't know what color I want to go into like for my birthday, but I don't want it to look like I'm a beginner. I want to do all the research in the world to like make sure that I look super bomb and that my wig is not looking crazy. So again, you guys, if you have any recommendations, and maybe if it's not even like on Amazon, if you have like any websites, please leave it in the comments, because I want to like film my experience and like tutorials and all that stuff. By the way, you guys, I added the shade Fair Beige under my eyes just to give that brightening effect, and I'm gonna go in with my sponge. Alright, you guys, so we have the nose contour down packed. Now it's time to actually set the face, and this is definitely the scary part, because if this foundation is way too matte, we will tell at this point. So I'm going to take my Airspun. This is my favorite, my absolute favorite. I'm going to make sure that this is all nicely blended out under the eyes. Okay, I'm gonna try not to bake too much. Just after my last tutorial, this is what really works for me, like under the eyes, so I'm gonna try. But keep in mind, like under my eyes is a little bit more hydrating because I use those hydrating concealers. Okay, I definitely set the smile lines because they were already sort of like cracking. Okay, so I'm gonna take a brush and I'm going to set the rest of the face. I know I'm always very big on like setting the face with a sponge and really going in, but like my eczema has been really crazy, and especially after last tutorial, I don't know, I've just been enjoying setting the face with just a little bit of translucent powder, and then setting the face with, you know, bronzer and stuff, rather than just like more and more powder. I have to say, so far though, the face is holding up like fairly well with the setting powder, so I'm like pleasantly surprised. I don't want to like jump the gun though, because this has happened to me too many times to count, where it's like I think things are looking good and then you're like, psych. So I'm just gonna wait to like really give my final thoughts. Okay, so for bronzer, I'm gonna take the Zuri Flawless Shaping and Strobing Face Contouring and Highlighting Kit. I believe I got this, I'm not sure where I got this, but I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon somewhere or Walmart or something, so I'm going to leave this down below in the comments. But I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's like a nice warm shade. I'm gonna take that on my angled fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna push that into the skin. This is a little red, but definitely like very pigmented. I didn't even have to go back in. Okay, I'm gonna switch over into like this neutral tone type of bronzer. It's more of like a contour. Just gonna add very little. I don't want it to look too gray. Okay, so I had to clean up my nose a little bit. I got a little bit too happy with the nose contours. So I'm gonna go into this palette again. I'm gonna take some of this shade right here just to like brighten up the under eyes a little bit. And I'm taking that with the E127 brush from AOA Studio. Pat this in and sort of like bring it down and around. So for blush today, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Color Icon Keep It Peachy blush. I love, love, love this blush. It is like the perfect tone of peach and it has no shimmer, and that's all I asked for. I like to bring this right, not necessarily in the center, but I would say like more towards like the end of the eye and then go right above that bronzer. So far this is what the face is looking like. I would say that there is maybe a little tiny dryness like up here, but honestly like, and definitely like through here, you may not be able to pick it up on camera, but I could definitely see it here in person. It's not the worst though. I would have to say that I've definitely seen and felt worse. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels pretty damn good. I am gonna go ahead off of camera and do like the eyes and the rest of the face, and I'm gonna give you guys my final thoughts and my final review on this foundation, so stay tuned. All right, you guys, I am back. This is the final look. We went with a little bit of a warm eye today, you know, a little smokiness, some lashes to like really pull the whole look together. I feel like lashes pull any look together, honestly, even a hot ass mess. We actually went with a peach lip today, peach gloss moment, which I never do. I stick to my nudes, which technically this is kind of like a nude. So, and I highlighted the face, and of course I did the brows and all that good stuff, but you're not here for really the final look. I know, it's okay, it's okay. I just want to give you guys my final thoughts. It's been about 40 minutes since I started my eye look, but it's been about 2 hours since I've had this actual foundation on. That's why I kept you guys zoomed in, because I kind of want to show you what's going on with the face just a little bit, you know, give you a little bit of a recap. I would have to say that starting out with this foundation, I was definitely afraid, because I understand that they wanted to gear more towards people who don't really enjoy matte foundations, so they went with the luminous matte foundation. And I would have to say that it is definitely more luminous than your average matte foundation. I don't know if this is a foundation that I would necessarily grab all the time. This is a personal preference. This is based off of my skin type. I have super dry skin, so I would just have to say that first of all, I have foundations that definitely are way more hydrating, which this claimed to be matte, so I don't want to even put that out there that they were trying to scam us over here. But you know, I do have foundations that are way more hydrating, and I just have to say more affordable. This is a $40 foundation, and that is a steal for some people, but if you're balling on a budget like me, I mean, I just know of so many drugstore foundations that really do the trick, and I don't know if I would necessarily grab this foundation again. I don't think that it's horrible though, so I don't want to count it out because it definitely leaves a luminous touch, but I do have to say like my smile lines are a little bit, you know, they look a little dry. There is a little bit texture on my face, which is not crazy. Like the texture is not crazy. I would have to say with a full matte foundation, it would be 100 times worse. So I think that if you're looking for, if you're a dry girl like me and you're looking for a semi-matte luminous foundation, I think this is a great alternative. Honestly, I think that if you had to use something, if it was just laying around, this can be okay. But for me personally, I do enjoy more of a hydrating formula. I do have to say that I definitely had to hydrate before, during, and after. It was just a must. With my hydrating foundations, that's usually sort of like an option for me, but it wasn't an option this time. So I don't know. I would say that it is gearing towards full coverage. I don't know if it's completely full coverage. I would say that it's definitely buildable though. So I think this shade was a great shade for me. So again, I got the shade Macaroon 230N. This was pretty good. If I had to give it a rating though, I would give it a 7 out of 10. Again, that's just personal preference. It's not that there's anything wrong with the foundation. I think that it does what it says it does. There was still some luminosity peeking out even when I set my face, which I thought was really nice. Would I do this again though? Would I spend $40 on a foundation that I would probably not really touch again? No. But was it an absolute regret? Absolutely not. It's definitely fragrance free. I would definitely encourage you guys to try it out, watch reviews, do your own research, and if it's a foundation that fits you, 100% get it. I think Huda Beauty is doing it great, you know, with expanding shades. I'm excited for that. Hey guys, so I just wanted to give you an update on how the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Luminous Matte Foundation is holding up. It's been about 4 hours exactly. This is in the natural sunlight. the real tea. It's definitely breaking up around here. I took off my lip gloss because I just can't do that if I'm not like actually going out. It just irritates my soul. It's not too bad. Under the eyes is a little rough, but honestly, I know I said I wouldn't give you guys a wear test, but it's not too bad. I tested it out to see if it was transfer proof. It's not like that bad at transferring, but there was definitely some product that was transferred to the napkin that I use. So this is what it's looking like. Cute, still cute. Let me come right here. Oh. Alright, so I wanted to get my honey's reaction to this Faux filter foundation that I'm testing out. Come here. Tell me what you think. If you see any cracking, any like, just be honest. Don't be like.
It looks nice.
Okay, you gotta get more detailed.
It's beautiful.
Honey.
Oh, you cracked
Do you
up. Oh, you fucked.
Could you just, no, for real, I really need like a.
Can I do another, please? 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 I want the dirtiest, like.
Better lighting now. We're in the bathroom. I just want you I just want you to tell me if you see any cracks, any imperfections, and be honest. For real.
It's perfect.
Okay, look closer. Come in and look closer. I didn't make the foundation, so I'm not gonna be offended.
Oh, it looks good.
Are there any areas that are like dry and cracking? You're not looking close enough.
I am. I don't see no cracks.
So it's completely
like
blurred.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's cracking. What about under the eyes? Around the face?
A little bit under the eyes.
Anywhere else? Over here? Anywhere?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Kiss. So this is the absolute final look. I really enjoyed today's like makeup session, you guys. Again, if you guys have any like tips or tricks for wigs, you guys put me on in the comments, please. I definitely want to incorporate wigs and wigs for beginners and all that good stuff in my future videos. If you have not already subscribed to Kriss Beauty, go ahead and do so. Make sure you turn on your bell notifications before you go. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video, and if you want to see me review something else in the future, please drop it down in the comments. I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.